you go.
So anybody selling second-hand containers?
You can bring these depots any day of the week and they'll sell you a used ex-shipping container, 20-footer, $2,000. They get phone calls from the public every day. If you're living one, put your golf clubs in it, your pot plants, your furniture. You see them on construction sites, farms, golf courses, because you can lock them. Yep. They put empties in one area, fulls in half fulls in another area. So you need to speak to the manager of the empty container park.
Do Customs have their own office set up?
Yes, of course, just like the airport. I'll talk about that when we get around there in a minute. To your left, there's St. Helena Island, Green Island, and the Gold Coast. Everybody know where you are now? In the foreground, because we're inside a marine park, which is Moreton Bay, we've left 12 hectares on your left here for the birds to enjoy. There's a man-made bird roosting lake. No trucks, no containers, no cargo. That's for the birds, as you can see. You can buy a key from Linda at reception, park in there and go and use the bird hide. Yep. And this is the other big container park operator in this port in this country, Cube Logistics. Used to be P&O Transport until a couple of months ago. So just like the landscape I've shown you, this is the same sort of business, everybody. Look around you. Packing and unpacking, customs quarantine on site, checking and clearing cargo, people, forklifts, containers, bird's nest like the big osprey one on your right. Occasionally you'll see empties, empties and empties. Nice to bring around behind the scenes, everybody.
How many empty containers would be in the port of Brisbane?
Tens of thousands. Can you see why you've got to have empties up your sleeve as a shipping company? If you get a customer rings you and says, I need containers to put some meat in or some furniture in for export, and you say, I don't have any empties in Brisbane, it'll take me 3 weeks to sail them here on the back of the ship. That's no good to the customer, is it? When do you want your container? Today, thanks. So they try and predict the demand, particularly for the cotton and meat trades, by sending the container to the port that loads the product before the demand. Can you see what I'm getting at now? So that timing and variations, seasonal changes are important.
What are the transformers for?
Oh, some basic mining project in this state, I would think. Yep, generators, transformers, see lots of that here. Look left, water pipes for the Lahia Gold project. Look in the background, truck tyres for the earth moving and mining industry. Look left, everybody. Like ships, I wanted to show you cargoes come in all shapes and sizes. You've got to handle it one way or the other, haven't you? On your right, can you see the round cylinder-shaped 20-footers? What do you reckon might travel in those? Gas, what else?
CO2.
Yeah, that's gas. Keep going. What else?
Fuel.
Well done. Liquids, chemicals, acids, solvents, detergents, oils, water, alcohol, fuel, diesel, gas. Same shape as the container that will carry your stove in, but for liquid and gas products. Look at the water pipes. That's a challenge compared to packing a container full of microwaves, isn't it?
Yes.
Look at the truck tyres, 40,000 each. So just wanted to show you, like ships, cargoes come in all shapes and sizes.
They are massive, those tyres.
Oh yes, they travel on an open top. So when they load them on the ship, when are they loaded?
Last.
Well done. When are they unloaded?
First.
Well done. You've got a plan for that, haven't you? It's one of our biggest tenants here, Cube Logistics, as you can see. On your right, small specialised fella, ATS. There's one of those rigs, have a look at it, 30 metres long. Look left though, tyres, tyres, more tyres. And on your right, I know, now you know what landscape of empties look like, don't you? So the company will separate, one depot's for empties, look left, another one for fulls and half fulls. Same company, different depot. This is Melbourne-based company, Chalmers. Good little family-run business, this one. Nice to bring around behind the scenes. We're nearly done. Now Now up on your right here, we talked about customs earlier. This is part of the customs operation. This is their main office here at the port. This is where they have their Port of Brisbane X-ray facility where the flag is flying. So the Customs Service have an X-ray machine in the major container ports of this country: Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Fremantle and Darwin. And if you look right, down the driveway you'll see where Monday to Friday Customs will X-ray over 100 containers a day, sitting on the back of the parked truck in the building down there where the green light is and the green door. Everybody see that? Just like your luggage is X-rayed at Brisbane Airport.
Is it just random sampling?
They do 1/4 of all inspections and X-rays is roughly random, which means they just pick a container off the ship before it gets to Brisbane. But most containers for inspection and or X-ray are selected from your paperwork that you must submit to them before the ship with the container of your cargo is anywhere near Brisbane. They collate all the paperwork and do an assessment of danger, threat and risk. They consider your carton of Corona, your Danish cheese or your new stove could be to Australia. Alright?
What percentage of
About
containers?
15 to 20% of containers coming into this country at the moment get physical inspections and or X-rayed. So I'm not trying to scare you. Not every container is X-rayed or physically inspected. That will take them 1,000 years, wouldn't it? So they've got to prioritise, haven't they? Can you see what I'm getting at? From your paperwork.
So all the containers are shipped here for X-raying, or do they have
No, the truck will pick up the container from the waterfront terminal because customs have alerted the terminal that one needs to be X-rayed before the ship's here.
Yeah.
The truck will drive around in that green door, the doors will close and the truck driver will get out. The machine will go with the whole truck like this and X-ray right through the container and what's in it down to your fingernail, lead pencil, 5-cent piece. And I'm not here to be funny or scare you. What are they looking for in there and what have they found?
drugs?
Where do you want me to finish? Birds, birds' eggs, birds' nests. Pigs' heads, elephants' feet. Seriously. Giant African snails which grow this big. See my hands? Snakes, spiders, penguins. They're found here. Dead penguins. Drugs, weapons, contaminated soil, moths, bees, worms, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Everybody, I'm not trying to scare you, okay? And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other things that you and I do not want in this country, do we? Let me put it another way. How long's the coastline in Australia? 37,000 kilometres. You reckon they got a tough job? This is a new tool that makes it easier and faster for them to do their job, and believe me, they know what they are looking for. They do mostly imports but a few exports now. Tough job. It's so easy to forget the coastline in this country. Big country, long coastline, small population.
Does quarantine work with customs directly?
Quarantine work in there, customs on your right, they work like this. And obviously they're talking to their counterparts overseas, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let me put it another way. A lot of work goes on in there, and the building on your right, you and I will never ever hear about. Can you see what I'm getting at here? Quarantine, Australian Quarantine Inspection Service, now called DAF, DAF, Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries. On your right, Customs. Alright. Customs are looking for drugs, weapons generally. Quarantine, pest and disease. Now, I know that's a mouthful of everybody. Imagine looking front, back, left and right. How are we doing? What I can try and do for you, everybody, when you get on our public tours, give you a feel for the place. Okay. If you went to Hay Point, you'd just see miles of coal. Our cargo mix here is varied. We have quite a menu, some of which you've seen today.